Hey, how's it going, guys? Decided to do a little gear change in here real quick. We have some semi-decent weather here in the month of February, so I thought I would bring my personal car down here and do a little work to it. Try to get it ready for the spring, or maybe somebody out there in the world of YouTube or Facebook here will see this and maybe want to purchase it. It is for sale, as everything I own is always for sale, with the exception of one vehicle. But I have started a little bit on this, and I was like, I think I'm going to do this whole project, so I think I'm going to do a little video, and I'll just do a little bit today, some video of it, and then maybe I'll do some more tomorrow and show you the transformation. So what I have here is a Model A, a 1930 Model A, and it's fairly original. A very early on restoration a long time ago. It is very solid, very nice car. And the paint is starting to fade out, and I'm going to do a little polishing and buffing, and I'm going to show you a little before and after one side of the fender to the other side of the car where I've buffed a little bit out already. So take a look. All right, so here's the car. It's all original. I did just take this to the car wash and washed it up. Trying to get it cleaned up. I had been sitting for a couple years in a trailer. This is a really, really nice car. I just was doing a little tinkering in here, so the floor mats are all dirty. I'll clean all this stuff up later. Nice original style interior. Nice shape headliner. Just got the light right there on the dashboard working. The bulb was bad, actually. Got the nice rumble seat here. Nice and ready to go. There's the hand crank and the other license plate to this. Got a spare tire on here. So you can see how very dull the paint is. It's got some marks in it. I think some of them will come out, like this one. Some of these will come out. Obviously, they're from when you're stepping on the steps here to climb into the car. Same thing. You can see the roof. It's got some marks, some things. Some of these things won't come out. I feel like this car was painted probably, my guess is in the 80s, early 80s. Maybe even into the 70s. It's hard to say for sure. All original, nice 4-cylinder flathead. This is a thing they call a wolf whistler. It's very interesting. I don't see the point of it, but I guess it was a thing back in the day. Like I said, I started doing this a little bit ago. You can see here, see how dull this fender is. It's got a few little marks. Like I said, you can see some of them. I think they'll buff right out. And this one over here, I spent a couple minutes on, and you can see how that looks. I'm not sure that I want to get carried away with some of these marks. I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not. You can see how it's paint cracking. Very common, especially this old. Very solid car. I'm debating. If I decide to keep it, I'm considering leaving it completely stock, but going to slam it on the ground. As far as you can possibly go with basically an axle flip, not a flip, I'm sorry, a drop axle, and there's some different spring hangers and things like that you can do. And it should probably bring it down a good 4 or 5 inches. So that would get it maybe 3 inches, maybe 4 inches off the ground. Nice original lowered hot rod looking car. The thing goes down the road 45 miles an hour. It's pretty neat. I was thinking if I did that, I'd keep it around for a little while. But like I said, everything's for sale. And as you see, still got the rolls going on over there. Just thought I'd take a nice advantage of the day and get this all done. I'll shoot some film tomorrow of me doing this, and we'll see what the transformation looks like. You can see I started polishing on this, but some of these marks aren't going to come out. It's just the paint is... She's at the end of her life without sanding the paint job down, and I think that's not the look I'm going after. I'm just trying to bring some shine back and trying to make it look a little nicer. And somebody wanted to buy it and blow it all apart and paint it, or buy it for me and have me do the same thing. We wouldn't have much to do other than sand her down and maybe a few places do a little grinding on it, but I don't really see anything. There's no rust anyplace. There's no bubbles anyplace. There's a couple little spots that I would probably grind back the paint on and feather it out, just so you don't have problems with the next paint job. Paint it to whatever color your heart desires. See you on the next one. Alright, so I got done with this side here. For the most part, there's some places around the edges and things I'm going to have to hand polish, hand buff them out. Same thing around this drip rail, around up here, in a few places. On this door handle, I do need to buff down there at the bottom of this running board. take care of a little bit down behind the license plate and stuff, but I'm going to film that stuff tomorrow when I do the back half of the car. Just sort of kind of wanted to catch you up. It's looking pretty good. This is just the rough buffing. I'm going to do some polishing on it tomorrow. Try to have it all done because tomorrow looks like our last decent day. Potentially have some snow the following day, and can't leave it here at the shop. Need to take it back home and put it to bed there. I did get a few things done to it while it was here. It does have a wolf whistler on it. I'm not sure if I said that in the beginning of the video or not. It's a horn basically that whistles and it draws vacuum from the intake to make it sound. And the car's been running rough. I was having issues and I tore the carburetor apart and I didn't find anything. And I was like, well, maybe it must be the bad gas. I put fresh gas in it, still did the same thing. Come to find out, ended up being the wolf whistler was loose. It felt like it was tight, but I did find a fitting loose. Got it all taken care of, and it seems to run like a top, just like it did when I went and bought it. Not really sure what else I'm going to do to the thing while it's here. I might clean it up a little bit better in terms of the wheels and stuff. If I decide that I'm going to do some work to it, then I will maybe lower it. And if I'm going to do that, then I can probably keep it around in here. But I got a lot of other work to do, and this, you know how it goes. Can't work on your own stuff and pay the bills. So have to get back at it. I do have, you know, the rolls that we've been working on. Waiting on a bunch of parts right now. Sort of kind of on a standstill. I do have some trinket things I could be working on it, but it's just not worth starting, you know, small little things when I have big things to work on that could potentially alter the small stuff. So don't want to get too ahead of myself and have to undo any more than I already have to. And the plan this week was to start on the international truck, but I actually have some new video equipment coming at the end of the week, and I think I'm going to start off with that versus doing it with my phone. I have a shop phone here, and I have my own personal cell phone I'm doing this stuff with, and it seems to work out okay, but the new equipment will definitely make things a lot better. Then when I do that, we're gonna work on the international, and we're gonna do that from the beginning to the end. You can follow along with videos on it. The truck was done a long time ago, so I'll fill you all in on that at a later point in time. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Peace. bottoms of both these fenders. Gonna have to take the handle off to get down in there. Still might have to hand rub them. I'm not taking the bumpers off for this. If I decide to do the lowering project, I probably will take these off, but we'll see. That's as far as I can buff it with a buffer. I'm gonna hand buff it now. And towel and around the edges and stuff that you can't get with the buffer. I'm not gonna show the polish process, but maybe a small minute of it. Whole thing all over again, just like buffing, but polishing brings the swirls and the buffer marks out of it. Pretty pleased with how it's turned out so far for a 30, 40-year-old paint job.